everyone, this is Richa here from Think Round, and welcome to Earth Hearts Artist Talk. This is our new talk series, and we are so excited to start our live series. And today, our guest of honor is Kim Smith. She is one of the four artists of our next virtual exhibit, which is going to open on November 2nd, Piece Together. So let's just get Kim live with us. Just give me 1 second. Here we go. Waiting to get her live. So Kim is actually showing her artwork with three other artists: Mark Ellen Hamill, Heidi Harden, and Mary Southall. So we are gonna have live series with them too. So stay tuned for other information. I'm just waiting for Kim to come online. So meanwhile, I think you would have seen the beautiful artworks we have been posting of Kim Smith. She has this knack for showing wonderful collages with different unique colors. So for whole last week, we have been posting her artwork, and in coming weeks we would be posting for other artists as well. So we will just get the whole exhibition together, and we're going to show all the artists in different frames. So stay tuned on our Instagram Think Round for next 3 weeks. Oh, I think there's some technical difficulty. Let me invite her again. Here she is. Hi, Kim.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Well, I think there was a technical glitch for a few seconds before, but now we have you.
I've never actually used my Instagram camera before, so I don't know. It didn't want to go on anyway.
Okay, but now we and our viewers can see you properly. So I think we are good to go. Well, thank you so much, Kim, for joining us today. And I know you are very busy with your work, but thank you so much for sharing your time with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So Kim, let's start with talking about your background. Anything about your background, your education, and how did you come to become an artist?
Okay. Well, I grew up in Europe and we traveled a lot. And my mom was very much into antiques and going to flea markets and going to museums. So we did that a lot as children, and that was ingrained in me at an early age, which explains why I work with all vintage and antique materials, because it brings up my childhood. That's what I'm comfortable with. I have 3 degrees, none of which are art related. I have a degree in fashion design, which you'd never know about, a degree in economics, and an MBA. And then when all that was done, I decided to become an artist. When I was an undergrad, I worked in a picture framing shop, and everyone else there was artists, and I admired them so much, but I was just afraid to try it. And so it took about 12 years to finally jump in. And in 2000, I took a class from one of my old coworkers, and that started it all. And I'd already started my own business by then, reproducing and selling antique prints to retailers across the country. And so I had all this scrap material, some of which, I'm gonna move my camera just a little bit. It's like piles of stuff back there in the background. I had all these scraps that were just too cool to throw away, but I couldn't use them in the business. So I started making collages out of them. And that's where it all started. Now, 20 years later, here I am.
Well, I think when you said that your degrees are not related, I think they are very much related, because they teach you every aspect of being an artist and having a business with it, right?
Yeah. Helps. Yes.
Great, awesome. So, Kim, would you tell us a little bit about your artworks which you're going to show in our exhibition Piece Together? And how did you come to collage them together? And how did you decide to do an exhibition here with us?
Okay, well, I was invited to do the exhibition by Mark Ellen Hamel, who I think has a relationship with ThinkRound and has worked with you guys before.
Yes.
And she wanted to put together a collage show, and so it was all very exciting with Mary Southall and Mark Ellen doing it together. So anyway, here we all are, 3 women from Point Shipyard.
Yeah, definitely.
The pieces that I have chosen put in the show, several of them are on the back wall there. Those oval pieces. That whole series actually came out of a prior series that I did of doing little tiny concentric circles, and I had really enjoyed that process. But after doing about 60 of them, my whole arm, my hands were just sore and tired, and I ached all the time from trying. I used just a razor blade like this to cut them. And so I didn't do the circles anymore as much as I wanted to. And I had to come up with something else. So I started playing around, and I came up with this spiral. I'll come up closer on one of them.
Sure, yeah.
Bigger piece, a little less precise than the circles. So it's easier on my body. And I liked the outcome of them. If you want to trace a story of your own, you can. If you want to just look at them and travel from the inside to the outside, you can. People that have them tell me every time they look at them, they see something new. And so, they're graphically very interesting. So these show, there's a couple of these little sky pieces. Am I in the camera?
I can see your artwork, yeah.
Yeah, okay. There's these sky pieces in the show, and then these pieces.
Yes, yeah, my favorite ones, yeah.
All of this material, the ovals, the background for these, the background for the sky pieces. This is that's part of the oval series. These are all from antique books from the 1870s, which keeps it all kind of consistent. That's why they go well together, because they all came from the same source material.
Oh, great.
Here's another one. Oops, where did it go? There it is.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah.
And then this one also is in the this is a peoplescape. It's made with old photographs of just found photographs that I have, mostly from markets. And I cut the people out and split them in half. And so one of them, there's a matchup on the top.
Oh, wow.
I have them over here.
Well, this painting of yours is really unique and amazing, yeah.
So I'll bring you back to here.
Well, wow. I mean, I really love your artworks, and especially the spiral walls. And I know what you said, that you see the spirals and you can see your own story, or you can see the story of the people who are in this spiral. And I totally agree with the people who come and say that every time we see it, we see some other story, because there are people in it. So there is life and soul in that whole small spiral, and that's how our world is. Yeah.
These spirals, there's 100 pieces.
Oh, okay. 100 pieces in one spiral.
Yeah. I did some. Here's one here on the table. This one has 275 pieces in it. That's awesome. The most so far. I don't really know how much bigger it can get before it starts to lose its lose the whole meaning of it. This is another one I'm working right now that's going to be where did it go?
Yeah, it's just shaky before, but it's fine now. Yeah,
you kind of see what I do with the with putting a template down so I can glue them down. keep it all lined up.
Yeah, I can see you have a neck for putting the collage in the round one, in the spirals, or it goes it goes in round and round. Yeah, so that's perfect. And I can see that a lot of details have gone into the square ones as well. I mean, if you want to see every aspect in that image is worth seeing, so you have to really concentrate on the painting and see what all is there. It's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah. The I think you're talking about the sticker ones, which are right behind my head.
Exactly. Yeah.
The background that I'm working with is so beautiful. I don't want to ruin it, but I want to add to it. And it is carefully placed in most of my work, and I'm going to walk you around the rest of the studio a little bit. In most of my work, everything is very carefully placed before it's glued down. Sometimes things sit on my desktop, my table, for months. I have a pile of mess here. Usually it's all spread out on tabletops around my studio, and sometimes it's there for months before it gets glued down. Sometimes it never gets glued down. So I'm just going to walk you along another wall. I hope you can see.
Yeah, I can see. Can you go a little bit closer if it is possible for you? Yeah, there they are. Yeah, thank you.
And so these pieces, everything is very carefully thought out before it's ever glued down. I actually did a book in 2008, an autobiography called Where Quirky Meets Menacing. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. Where I told stories from my childhood. For example, there's the book right there. One of the stories is, every year my mother gets 2 turkeys and names one Christmas and the other Thanksgiving. One year we ate Christmas for Thanksgiving, though, because he kept pooping on the porch and my mom was tired of cleaning it up. So there are key little stories from my childhood. And I had to go through, this is my source, some of my source material. I had to go through things looking for imagery that would support my stories. It was hard.
I understand, yeah.
So I ended up kind of making things up. It was about a UFO that I saw as a child, and there's no UFOs in antique source material. So I a cup and saucer and turned it upside down and made it into a flying saucer. So I had to get a little creative on some of it to get imagery in my story. That's that. And then there's this little wall here, these pieces. Not sure. Another spiral.
Yeah.
Stop feeding children junk food. Sometimes this one was a headline in a newspaper, Working with Idiots Can Kill You. It was actually a study that somebody got paid to do. And behold, they discovered that it was true. I mean, does it surprise anybody?
Well, yeah.
To anybody.
Well, yeah, I know. I mean, as you said that you had these stories from your childhood, and you wanted to relate your work with that. I think that's art is being born, because art is something which comes from within, and a lot of stuff which comes from our own heart is from the childhood we have had, So I understand your journey from where you are, and how did you want to just pour everything out on the art you make. Yeah, that's quite impressive. So I was just curious about, as you said that you use this fabric behind your artwork, and this is antique and very unique. So where do you get it from? Do you search for them? You have your own idea and then you search for them? Or you go along with, you find something and you want to go along with it?
It's a process of discovery. Yeah, trying to find something specific is very difficult. I go to flea markets a lot and antique stores, once in a while an estate sale, things like that. And, you know, I'm just finding what's there.
Mm-hmm.
So, like the source material for these ovals. I have, after I found the first one, I knew what to look for. And I've probably had a stack of the old books that are maybe that high. And I've gone through a lot of them and thrown pages out, and it's dwindled down some.
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to find those again because now I'm looking for them.
Oh, great, awesome. Yeah, I mean the whole story behind each artwork, it's so fascinating. Yeah, and this is something new to know, that you have written books as well.
Just
Yeah, book. But then it would be very interesting for our viewers to know that our artist is also a book writer. Great, Kim. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for sharing your story, your artworks, story behind your artworks. And thank you so much for being a collaborator with us on this virtual exhibit, which we're going to have in November. So
it's, you know, it's a first for everybody doing things this way, and you guys have been just the best, good-spirited about the whole thing and willing to dig in there and figure it all out and try it out. And honestly, I'm along for the ride.
Well, thank you so much, Kim.
It's out okay.
Yeah, I hope, and I'm sure it's gonna turn out okay. And yeah, because you know, you have these beautiful artworks, and the story behind everything is so beautiful that viewers should know that, oh, we have this amazing artist, and you know, she has these amazing artworks which are going to show. So let's just know more little about her. So that's why we are digging in. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much. And then I'm going to talk to you soon for other details. Yeah. All right. So for our viewers, our next exhibition in which Kim should be showing her artworks is opening on November 2nd, Piece Together. So stay tuned for more details. And thank you for now. And bye-bye. Bye, Kim.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.